Yo, we're back for another video. So, today's video topic is a little bit of a different one. I'm not talking about no events. I'm not talking about no uh 11th anniversary. Not talking about no broken EZAs, overpowered red zones. Today's video topic is it worth playing Dokkan Battle in 2026? Now, to answer that question, we have to look at Dokkan Battle before 2026. All right, I'm not talking about 2025 or 2024. I'm talking about 2015 Dokkan Battle. Now, 2015 Dokkan Battle was trash. All right, but not really. But 2015 Dokkan Battle was the beginning of kind of what we have now. This mix of events and difficulty and a lot of crybabies on Twitter. But ignoring all that drama on Twitter, should you actually pick up the game and play it? And the answer to that, the short answer is yes. This is actually one of the perfect, not one of the perfect. This is actually the perfect time to pick it up right now and play it. But just to look back on how Dokkan looked like in 2015, if we go all the way to the last page, this is what Dokkan looked like, right? This is what it was. Just a bunch of rares, a bunch of you know, uh, just rares, SRs, SSRs, blah blah blah. Now this is what Dokkan looks like. It's just a flood of LRs and a bunch of hard events. Now, I think 2 or 2.5 years ago, the Japanese version and the global version were actually not synced at all. It was the Japanese version was like about 6 months ahead, and at that time, it was really annoying to play global because you would see the Japanese players enjoying the anniversary, enjoying all these overpowered characters, while you're still, fiddling in your with your thingy. Okay, it's like that meme where Squidward is watching SpongeBob and Patrick playing outside while he just stays inside the whole time. That's literally what that was. But ever since the sync, it's really been easier to either transition or to just start playing global. But for you specifically, someone who's looking for a mobile game, something you can just do on the go, something you just want to do as to pass time, or just simply because Dragon Ball is your favorite anime or your favorite IP, Dokkan Battle is the perfect, easy, on the go, portable game that you can actually have right now. And it is a gotcha game. If we're really gonna get into it, it is a gotcha game, so it can require some spending at some point, but it's not really hard to control whether you spend or not, right? But basically, the 11th anniversary is about to hit the game in about 10 days, okay? And usually, the anniversary is the best time to start playing the game, right? Actually, the anniversary of any game is the best time to start playing it. And for people who are going to start playing in 2026, you don't have to go through what the players who played in 2025 or sorry 2015 have went through. I personally started in 2017, and there wasn't an LR every single day. There wasn't like, here's a stone for this, here's a stone for that, here's a bunch of events you can do, and a bunch of stones you can acquire, right? But now, if we go to the event section here, let me move the camera to the side. If we go to the event section, we can see actually how much the game has evolved over time. So if we go to challenge, this is the game originally started with boss rush. This is just like a bunch of bosses together you can do in one go, one event. This was the difficult event or the difficult content at the time, but there's also more difficult content in, where is it, growth? Yeah. So basically, you have characters that you need to awaken with these awakening medals, right here. Right, these are the awakening medals. You can actually. Oh, this is actually a really nice feature. It tells you which medals use, or which units use these medals. But that's besides the point. So the 11th anniversary is coming up. A lot of people are discussing, what's the 11th anniversary is going to be, this unit, this unit. But for you, in particular, you, a player who's about to start in 2026, you don't have to worry about all that. All right. You don't care what starts. You don't care what comes. You don't care what goes. You don't care who the character is, who the character isn't. For you, you have to worry about how you're going to get your account up to the point where you can actually challenge these events and win. Currently, right now, the hardest fight in the game are, I mean, this is kind of like opinionated, right? So people saying that Cellmax is the hardest, right? Just hits for a tremendous damage. And some say that it's Broly who hits for even more damage, right? So you kind of just have to focus on how you build your account. And obviously, you're not in a rush, right? You're not going to come in and in one day, you're just going to finish the account. or just obtain every single card. So these are like a lot of these units. You have to do a lot of research. Which units are the best? Which units you want to go for? Which units you can skip? Right. So off the bat, right now, I can tell you what units currently before the 11th anniversary that which units you actually would want, and this is one of them. Right. So as a new player, you don't know what any of these mechanics are. Right. So let's go over what one unit. Right. So here we have Goku and Vegeta. Right. This is a tag character, meaning that this is two cards in one. Okay. So over here we have a leader skill. This leader skill means that if you put this unit at the head of the team, he will support all of these, right? So any character that appeared in the future saga from the anime is on this category. Any character that did the fusion, this includes like Gogeta's, Vegetos, Super Android 13, Super 17, Piccolo, stuff like that, right? So all of these are included on Goku's main category lead. Then we have the subcategory lead, which he gives an extra buff to, is bond of parent and child. This is basically every Gohan, every Goten, every Goku, every Vegeta, every Trunks, every Vegeta and Trunks. Basically any person who is a parent or a child. And then final trump card are characters who, basically just characters who transformed as the final trump card. For example, like every Vegeto is on a final trump card because this was the last resort, right? They resorted to that as a last effort to try to beat Boo. Then we have super attack effects, right? This just he raises his own attack when he supers, and this is an ultimate super where he even raises more attack and he doesn't lose that attack buff. He just keeps it, and then he supports the rest of the team or the rest of a rotation. A rotation is 3 characters within 1 turn, and then after that turn ends, the next turn comes in, and then 3 more characters are there. So that's what it means for 1 turn. Then we have his passive skill. This is his power, right? This is basically where he gets a lot of his effects, a lot of his abilities, all of that. So basic effects, he gets just more attack, more defense. He receives ki for each ki sphere he obtains. Obviously, if you're researching whether you should start Dokkan, you know what a ki sphere is, right? It's just a field full of ki balls. Anyway, so basically, the more characters, the more allies that he has that are super class, this is basically every single hero, basically, right? Every single good guy in the anime. Or Future Saga, any character that is on the Future Saga, including Rose, Zamasu, so on and so forth. Bulma from the Future Trunks, all that. He just gets more buffs here. When there's certain conditions when they are met, he gets even more buffs here. He dodges. Dodge is a very good mechanic, right? That if a unit is about to get supered for like 6 billion trillion damage, dodging basically guarantees that you're not going to get touched. Damage reduction basically just reduces incoming damage from enemies and so on, and just a lot of more conditions and buffs, right? So this is basically the outline of a character, and this is what a good character is, right? Good character has dodge, damage reduction, guard, supports, has just insane amount of buffs, and all of that. Right now, LR's kind of run the game, which was not the case in 2015, 16, 17, 18. I think 2019 is when it really started picking up. Before that, they just added like 1 LR like a month or 1 LR every 3 months or something like that. And if you're wondering which version of the game to start on, a global, right? Do not go after JP. However, there is one downside though. With JP, they do get updates faster. For example, like game updates, quality of life updates, version updates. They get them ahead of time, which global kind of needs to wait like 7 to 10 days to get them. Like right now, JP just got an update that fixes the friend system. The friend system is basically if you have this guy as a lead, then you would want to choose a friend lead, the same guy, the same person, basically the same character as a friend lead, so that you're getting double of the category. Previously, some characters were not even on the friend list at all. But now Dokkan or the developers, they fixed it so that the friend system copies your unit and you can just use your unit, right? Global does not have that yet, so we're kind of waiting. It comes in in 2 days actually. So very excited for that. So yeah, this is basically it. Like this game is kind of like a exploration. You got to experience it yourself. If you really want like a deep dive guide on how to beat global or how to beat Dokkan, I guess there's this Dokkan beginner, like complete beginner guide that The Truth and Iron King did. The Truth is the biggest Dokkan YouTuber right now. So there's just you can literally go find this guide on the Truth channel. It's called Dokkan Complete Beginner Guide, and literally watch it. So this guy Iron King, he starts playing
Alright,
Dokkan
guys.
day one. Like
and this is
you'll
the-
see you'll see his account. Like if we go just blah blah blah. This is the tutorial. If we go here, so he summons blah 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 blah. Go back. We can see that he is level 1. A brand new account. All right, you can do this. So I think the gist of the video is that should you start playing? Damn. Oh, should you start playing Dokkan in 2026? The answer is yes. Should you eat a lot? Yes, too. But anyway, start playing Dokkan if you want. It's a really fun game if you know what you're doing. Don't listen to all the Twitter haters, right? It's a lot of hate on Twitter. Watch this guide. Play responsibly and make sure to keep your promises. And goodbye. Oh, brother, this video is a disaster.